We joined also in this special discussion with Mr. Krishna Kumar, who is a BJP spokesperson, and Nizam Fauzdar, who is a Congress spokesperson. Many thanks, gentlemen, for joining us on this broadcast. Well, finally, after much delay, Mr. Krishna Kumar, cabinet today will be expanded, and BS Yediyurappa special 17 right there on our screens. If you would be able to tell us, there are several names who have missed out, several big names who were not inducted in the first list. So don't you think this will lead to possible rebellion in the party?
No, why you start off in a negative way? I don't understand it. We have excellent talent.
Okay, show us the positives then.
We have excellent talent, exceptional talent. Most of them who have been sworn in are very experienced legislators for the last 2 decades and very efficient administrators. And I'm sure High Command will take steps to induct fresh faces in the next expansion. So you will have to wait and see. Caste and regional balances are very fine. So they will perform right from today, and all the ministers, I'm sure, will succeed. And at the end of 4 years, I'm sure the people of Karnataka will be very happy and give us another overwhelming mandate in 2023.
Mr. Krishna Kumar, here what we need to understand is that independent MLA H. Nagesh has been inducted. There are several tainted leaders who too have been inducted, but leaders like Mr. Balachandra Jarkioli, Mr. S.R. Vishwanath, these are tall leaders who have worked really hard for the party. They were denied, possibly right now denied would be the right word to use, because we don't know whether there will be a second cabinet expansion that will take place or not. So are you trying to convince us that yes, there are leaders who we did not give cabinet berths, but then they would not be upset with the fact that an independent MLA who at the very last moment withdrew his support from the coalition government ended up supporting the BJP? Yes, true, he needed to be rewarded, but not at the cost of several other leaders who have worked very hard for the party.
No, Mr. Nagesh gets a cabinet not because he is the only one from Kolar. So we lack strength in Kolar and Chikbalapur. So he has been given a place in the cabinet. As far as other MLAs are concerned, look, all the states, they have a certain quota for ministers. 10% law is there. So you cannot have more than 10% of the legislatures as cabinet ministers or can be inducted as ministers. So in all states, some MLAs will be disappointed. I am sure all MLAs hope to become ministers someday, but everybody can't be rewarded in the same assembly. So this is a good mixture, as I said, of very seasoned faces in the BJP, and I'm sure in the next, when another 16 are inducted, High Command and the Chief Minister and other senior leaders will take confidence and induct people from either who have missed out as far as youngsters are concerned, or as far as communities are concerned, or as far as regions are concerned.
All right. So Nizam, how is the Congress party reacting to the cabinet expansion by the BJP finally after over 3 weeks?
I'd just like to continue from where Mr. Krishna left. He said the BJP has very able and very competent MLAs and legislators, and they have about 2 decades of administrative capability.
Well, finally we have a cabinet in Karnataka. Having run the government as a one-man show for over 3 weeks, finally there were 17 legislators, of course one of them being a non-legislator, sworn in as the ministers in BS Yediyurappa's cabinet. Surprisingly and also shockingly for many of the legislators, independent candidate H. Nagesh found his name in the list of the 17 MLAs, but then there were several big names that did not find mention in the list. So what is going to be the leader's stand post the cabinet expansion? Will they still support the BJP? Well, anything can happen considering the fact that the BJP party also enjoys a wafer-thin majority. A step against them can really prove fatal for the party. Now, we are talking about the caste equations. Lingayats have got a major chunk of the cabinet berths, 41% in fact, and 7 out of 17 the leaders, they belong to the Lingayat community. The Lingayats given a major chunk of the cabinet, and of course goes without saying that they are the biggest support base for the BJP. We're also joined by BJP spokesperson Krishna Kumar as well as Congress spokesperson Nizam Fauzdar, and we continue this discussion. Mr. Krishna Kumar, finally the cabinet is set, at least with the 17 legislators. We have their Yediyurappa's cabinet. So what next now?
What next? We'll focus on
No,
development.
when I say what next, I mean what next for those who were not sworn in.
Not sworn in, there will be legislators. So, as I said right in the beginning, you shouldn't look at the negativity of all this. You should look at positive. Now we'll focus on development, we'll focus on the schemes that has been given by past governments, as well as whatever new schemes we are introducing. It reaches the 6.5 crore people of Karnataka. As Mr. Nizam Fauzdar said, the flood relief should ministers will act on flood relief very fast. We hope to get a large central aid for flood relief in our state, because our state has sent 25 MPs. I'm confident that the central government will give funds to the state, and we will focus on flood relief, and after that we will focus on development, eradicating poverty, bringing industry, taking development outside Bengaluru. All that, we have a long list of agenda for governance. We will focus on that.
How is BS Yediyurappa's cabinet and of course BS Yediyurappa's governance in particular going to be different this time?
We have learnt our lessons. Our high command at the center is different. Mr. Modi is a tall leader who gives direction, and I'm sure Mr. Yediyurappa has learned from his past experiences, as well as most of the other ministers who are in his cabinet. They were also in 2008. They have all learnt their lessons. So this time we can assure the people of Karnataka that we will give a stable and government that focuses on welfare as well as development of Karnataka, as well as the welfare of the people.
Will they be able to provide a stable government, Nizam?
Stable government? When there is no foundation, where is the stability of the government? The question today lies is the BJP as a party has stopped thinking. They expect Amit Shah and Mr. Modi to think and give directions, and they will only follow. So that shows that the deficit of thinking in BJP is coming to the surface, and that means when you are administrating a state like Karnataka, which is at the highest levels of growth, and that means it's going to be a very tough task. My question today to the BJP and the BJP government is that when the floods were at the peak, they were unable to even take a small step. And when the whole water has receded and it is almost cleared up, what will they do now? When you had to give the support to the people of Karnataka when they were in deep trouble, that time you could not do anything. Now you come back and say, I can give you funds, I can give you this. What has Nirmala Sitharaman done when she came into the state and did the tour? What did Amit Shah do? When you can't give emergency relief, then what is the point of giving relief after 3 days, 4 days or 10 days or 3 weeks later? That means you are unable to take corrective measures, you're not able to take strong steps towards giving relief to the people immediately. If you cannot do that, you cannot blame others. You have to learn to blame yourself. Today the BJP is on the verge of breaking itself. I'll tell you why. The BJP, if you say there are 17 rebel MLAs, there is a coincidence in this 17 ministers. So 17, it shows the instability. The 17 people brought down the government, 17 ministers will bring down this government. This is going to happen. You will see that. Madhuswamy, let me say, when Madhuswamy says that I am taking oath as the chief minister
that was
of
Karnataka.
Fape, kahan se? Dil mein se aata hai, tabhi to faapa hota hai na. It is not that he had to.
I am not in the position to answer that.
No, I'm saying that. I'm saying that it shows there's a very clear light that there are a lot of people in BJP who want to take the mantle of chief ministership, and that aspiration of becoming chief minister at any cost.
All right,
is
Nizam,
going to bring this government down.
why don't you give us a minute? In fact, let's just take a look as to what Nizam is talking about basically. So when JC Madhuswamy was taking oath, he took oath first as the chief minister and later corrected himself. Let's listen in.
ನಾನು ಭಾರತದ ಸಾರ್ವಭೌಮತ್ವವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಅಖಂಡತೆಯನ್ನು ಎತ್ತಿ ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತೇನೆಂದು ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮತ್ತು ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ಮುಖ್ಯಮಂತ್ರಿ ಮಂತ್ರಿಯಾಗಿ
Then Nizam.
Now that shows he was the one who had a far pain. Now imagine there are about Yediyurappa, R. Ashok, Ashwath Narayan. There are many number of people who want to become the chief minister and bring down Yediyurappa. So you don't need Congress or JDS to bring down this government.
So you're saying
They
basically
will
infighting in the party?
They will bring themselves down, and it's going to be in a very near future. 3 weeks to put a cabinet in place itself shows that nothing is incorrect,
All right,
nothing is in order in BJP.
all right. No. Once again, Mr. Krishna Kumar, will you be able to answer first why this delay? 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks. 26 July is when Mr. Yediyurappa took oath as the Chief Minister of Karnataka, and today is 20th of August. We're talking about over 3 weeks.
It's not
without cabinet, one-man show.
I agree, it is not, but it is not an inordinate delay. Look, the state was reeling under floods. Mr. Yediyurappa toured the flood-affected areas, and unlike what Mr. Fauzdar is saying, the relief camps were constructed by the state government. State government is there to give instant relief. Center will make an assessment and release funds much later. Center cannot come and say, oh, Miss Sitaraman can't write a check tomorrow because she is the finance minister. There is a process. Centers sent a team, they will assess the damages and they will release funds. State government is there to provide instant relief.
What is going on between those BJP legislators who missed out on the cabinet berths? And you said there is absolutely nothing wrong. And while in conversation with us just now, didn't Thippa Reddy make it clear that yes, they are going to come down to Bengaluru, they are going to discuss why was cabinet denied to them? Why was a cabinet berth denied to them?
See, what you are missing is, he expressed his disappointment, but he said...
Didn't
you
just not accept that yes, they are upset?
Wasn't this your upset. Stand? He was not upset.
Okay, he's disappointed, but he's not upset. How does that work?
Please listen. What he said was, we will come and meet Mr. Yediyurappa. That is the key.
Do you want me to flash that big news again? Didn't we say that?
You didn't say that. You said 4 or 5 MLAs are going to meet. That's all you said. They are going to meet Mr. Yediyurappa.
When we flash the big news on our screens,
you have to be a little careful when you are interpreting.
No, please don't teach me my job. Please don't teach me my job, Mr. Krishna Kumar. Definitely I said no. Please listen to me. I said disappointment. I said Thippa
They are meeting Mr. Yediyurappa. What is wrong in meeting Mr. Yediyurappa and asking him?
Now you are completely changing your stand.
I am not changing anything.
This is what is wrong. Because I said he will be holding a meeting with Yediyurappa and High Command.
You didn't. Mr. Yediyurappa, you didn't ask. You said 4 or 5 MLAs are going to meet in Bengaluru as though they are meeting separately.
Thank you very much, but I've been doing this for quite long. I know my job. Thank you very much. Yes, Nizam.
See, being good at semantics is a very different case.
So you can ask Mr. Fauzdar what you said. You said the 4 MLAs are coming to Bengaluru and meeting.
That is what I said in the headline,
Mr. Yediyurappa and asking him for a ministership. There is nothing wrong in
that.
Big news I clearly mentioned that Thippa Reddy has said. You will not decide what is wrong. You are a BJP spokesperson. Please do your job. Don't try to become a journalist. Don't try to become a journalist.
I'll tell you.
Don't try to become a journalist. Thank you. Yes, Nizam.
Krishna Kumarji.
Don't try to become a journalist, sir. Please be a BJP spokesperson. Let me do my job.
Krishna Kumarji, let me tell you, Mr. Krishna Kumarji is very good at language. His semantics cannot...
No, he's also very good at twisting words.
No, that's why I'm saying semantics, right? He can say disgruntled is not upset. Upset is not about being,
He expressed disappointment. That is news.
Okay, I'm going to read out to you. Okay, listen, Mr. Krishna Kumar, this is what I read. Mr. Krishna Kumar, listen to me. Mr. Krishna Kumar, listen to me. Senior BJP MLA Thippa Reddy is upset over missing out on cabinet berth, and he said, okay, I'm just skipping 2 to 3 big news and I'm directly coming to it. We will convey our grievance to BS Yediyurappa and High Command. Yes. That is exactly what I read. God knows what you heard and God knows where you come to this conclusion from that I said during Thippa Reddy. That I said during the headlines. That I said during the headlines. That I said during the headlines. I am reiterating. That I said...
Mr. Thippa Reddy is saying loyalty was not rewarded.
That's what he said.
He never said that. He said, I am loyal to the party. That doesn't mean.
Okay, now the BJP is in denial mode
He
for a very, very
said
long
I
time.
was
Continue
expecting.
to-
He
Please,
said
Mr.
I was
Krishna Kumar, do not teach
expecting a
me my job. Thank
ministership.
you, Nizam.
All 105
Ask-
MLAs
Mr.
were
Krishna Kumar,
expecting
first
his
you said
ministership.
that I did not say it. Now that I'm
No, I
reading
would
it
like
out to
to
you,
ask-
now you're saying yes, you said it,
I
but
would
you
like to-
also said it.
Yeah. I would
Please,
I
thank
would
you
like
very
to
much.
ask a
Yes,
very
I'll come to you.
pertinent. I would like to ask a very pertinent question to the Chief Minister of Karnataka, Mr. BS Yediyurappa. Was there any administration in the last 1 month? Yes or no?
Absolutely.
Yes
you
or
can
no?
see the flood relief.
Yes or no?
The effort
The
that were
flood
going
relief.
on.
In the last 20 days, he was 10 days in Delhi, asking and requesting, please give me a cabinet, and nobody was there to listen to him. And 5 days he was here trying to look around. Took a helicopter survey around. And my question, very pertinent question is, where is the administration in Karnataka? And if that is the case, what are the people of BJP trying to show, and what are they trying to express, that will this government survive or not survive? The question from Tippa Reddy and Arang, I think, right? Sulyar, the MLA, that two statements shows that there is a pertinent question to the BJP High Command, and right, they are asking, will this government survive? They are asking, will this government be able to give administration and governance to the state? They are asking that will our people's aspirations be met? They are asking, will this government be able to surpass 6 months? This is a very important question, and the people will ask this question and again. How often will you be able to deny that question and say everything is right at our house and there's nothing to worry? But the people will keep asking you this question, and I'm sure Mr. Yediyurappa will try to find an answer.
There are
but
protests happening out there. There are
Absolutely.
people, there are leaders, BJP leaders coming out in the open
Effigies
saying
being
that
burned.
we did not
Effigies
accept it.
are
Either
burned.
our constituency people wanted us to take oath as the ministers. Mr. Krishna Kumar, there's nothing to fight about. There is
that I
there is
agree,
this
they
fact.
said.
There is this fact that yes, leaders are upset.
Before they were inducted itself, I said some people will be disappointed because they
Now
were
again he
expecting to
changes
be
his stand.
ministership.
Now let me also
Mr.
tell you one more thing. Let me
Now
also
again
tell you
he
one more
changes
thing.
his stand.
Mr.
Let me
Fauzdar
also
can say
tell you
as
one
a
more
loyal
thing.
Congress soldier, he can
I will
twist
also
and
tell you one
interpret
more
and
thing.
everything. I accept it.
Krishna Kumarji.
But when you said 4 MLAs or 5 MLAs
I
who are
said
not happy
in the-
coming and meeting, you didn't mention their meeting, Mr. Yediyurappa.
I did mention it.
Let me tell you one more thing.
You did.
I
You-
mentioned
you
it
said
that
4 or 5
no,
MLAs are
I
coming
mentioned,
down.
okay,
They're
let
meeting.
me read out
Oh,
again. I
you
said
replay
we
the
will
clip.
convey,
You don't have to
we
read
will
out. You
convey
play the
our
clip.
grievances to BS Yediyurappa and High Command.
Now-
You did not
now-
listen to it.
Now
I
you are
cannot
adding
add.
it.
I am sitting
am
right
saying
with you.
before
I
the
cannot
Mr.
write
Tippa
it.
Reddy was played,
I think you
said
really need to
5 or
concentrate.
6 MLAs
Yes,
are coming and
yes,
meeting in
and
Bangalore.
Right now, what is
Yeah.
important, Mr. Chandrasekhar, is
Yes,
that
madam, please.
the voices are growing louder. They are coming out. They are, of course, saying that we will continue. Whether they continue or not, that's really up to them. But right now, what's the BJP's plan in action to ensure that there is no dissidence in the party? Because there are leaders who said out in the open that it was a mistake to join the BJP. There are leaders who are saying that loyalty and seniority are not respected in the party. There are leaders who are saying that they don't understand why veterans in the party were denied cabinet berths. So all of this perhaps more or less is related to the fact that several leaders who of course have worked tirelessly for the party, but then the question again arises, why H. Nagesh and why not the others? So if BJP could sort of convince these leaders that okay, stay there, you will be rewarded because you have worked for the party, why couldn't BJP sort of convince H. Nagesh as well?
See, madam, Mr. H. Nagesh, you are particularly telling about him. See, he is a
Okay, let me not. Okay, one second. Let me not. Let me talk about Prabhu Chavan. You know his past very well. You know C.C. Patil's past as well. You know Lakshman Savadi's past as well. 3 tainted leaders were given a cabinet berths, but the leaders like S.A. Ramdas, leaders like Balachandra Jarkiholi, you know, leaders like several others were denied cabinet berths.
Madam, see, when it comes to Mr. Nagesh, he is an independent MLA. He has won independent.
Forget about H. Nagesh.
And he was supporting JDS Congress, but he has left them and he has trusted us
and he has accepted our ideology and he has come to us. It was my party decision to give him the cabinet minister. They have given. Number two,
isn't
all
it
the other
same with
MLAs.
everybody else?
No,
Isn't
all
it
the
the
other
same with everybody else?
MLAs. See, all the other senior MLAs are 5 times, 6 times, 3 times winning MLAs. See, they have to understand one thing. They have understood and they have to understand one thing is 2018 mandate, Karnataka people did not give us full-fledged majority. So we were shortage of less than 10 seats. So now if somebody is coming to us, trusting us, and if they are telling us to form government, we have to accommodate them and we have to form government for the betterment of Karnataka state. This is very important. See, what
They
is
had
happening
to
is-
form government for the
because
betterment of the state,
Karnataka
Nizam.
Because in the central government, we are having BJP, state government, we are having BJP means, we can do a lot more work.
Are
So
you
that
trying to say
Karnataka-
that if the coalition government in the state continued to the central government wouldn't have helped the state
But
government?
we were always helping. We were always helping.
No,
but the problem,
I just wanted to make sure that you're clear in what you say.
the problem was the Congress MLAs and a few JDS MLAs, they themselves were discontented with this coalition of Congress and JDS.
1 minute.
So
Mr. Nizam.
that's why they went to Mumbai, and everybody knows what happened.
I really feel pity for the BJP and the BJP leadership.
Just a
because-
moment there, Chitradurga, in fact, the protest there has intensified. Cops also have been called in to ensure no untoward incident takes place. There, Thippareddy denied cabinet berth, and as a result of which, the entire Chitradurga currently on the streets. Of course, a part of not the entire district, but the supporters of Thippareddy seemingly upset. Right on your screens, visuals from Chitradurga. Well, now, I just have a couple of more minutes into the discussion. Now, to sum it up, do you think that BJP will be able to put up an impressive show?
Obviously, madam, see, this whole cabinet, what we have created is a technocrat cabinet. It's not like just take anybody and make like that. So we have the mechanism and we have the strong leadership from the center and the state where we can handle any dissident, or we can handle anybody who is having some issues in the party. So we until now only 4 or 5 MLAs they're having some protest, because many of
Those 4 or 5 MLAs matter a lot.
Yes, they matter a lot, and some of them, their supporters want them to be seen in the minister. So we have next one more reshuffle also. That time my party and the state and the central team, they are going to look into it. So now the most important aspect for us is, as our technically new minister, C. Madhusami sir was telling, now the floods, relief, after that the health issue, and after that education. These are the very immediate issue, and housing. These are the immediate issue which has to be tackled.
Right.
I think now the party will be very strong and we will do more
Right.
work, and I think everything will be good by a day or two.
Right, thank you, Mr. Chandrasekhar. Nizam, BJP mighty confident that they'll be able to complete the term, but you are of the view that they won't be surviving more than 6 months?
6 months, right, true. He just gave a misinformation about it. This is a very technocrat cabinet. I would just like to ask the question: is Karajol
Social
right? Is he a technocrat?
Yes.
Is Mr. Savardi is a technocrat? Is Mr. Yediyurappa is a technocrat? Is Mr. Ashok a technocrat? Is Mr. Jagdish
sir is
Shekhar?
a
No,
ex-chief
sir.
minister,
When you
sir.
spoke, I was
Ex-deputy
listening.
chief
I was
minister.
listening.
Ex-deputy chief
What
minister,
is
home
technocrat?
minister.
What is a technocrat?
What
The
is-
person
sir.
who understands technology, who
Sir.
understands bureaucracy, who
Yes,
understands
that is
everything
what they have
together.
done.
They have
They have
not
done
been.
it.
I'm just giving you
And
the names out of the
Govind Karjol is a
17.
very
Sir,
big,
let me finish.
he's a very
Sir,
big
let me
Dalit
finish.
leader.
When you were speaking, I
And
was
he's a
listening.
social
I was
activist.
listening. I was listening. Give
And
me a
you're saying,
chance.
sir,
Mr.
please
Chandrasekhar,
respect
give me a
Dalit,
chance.
sir.
I will tell you. You can
Congress
rebut
party,
me.
please.
You can
Don't use
give
and
your
throw like
opinion.
Mallikarjun
No,
Kharge,
it's
sir.
a misinformation.
No, please don't
It is
misuse, sir.
misinformation.
And don't,
Is Mr.
don't use and
Sriramulu
throw
a
like Mr. Roshan
technocrat?
Bag.
Is Mr.
Yes.
Sriramulu technocrat?
No, yes,
Is Mr.
he was
Suresh
a-
technocrat?
his
Is Mr.
contribution
Somana
not to
technocrat?
help. Yes.
Is Mr. Somana
Yes,
technocrat?
yes.
What? Is
Yes.
Mr. C.T. Ravi a technocrat?
Yes, a chicken
What?
with
Where
coffee
is
business, you
Mr.
can't say.
Bommai?
Yes.
Let me tell you.
Water
Is-
resources
where
is
is
a
Mr. Jolly?
right, okay,
None
let-
of
I know,
the
sir.
17 none
All
of
right,
the 17
Mr. T.S.
cabinet
Chandrasekhar
ministers.
saying that it's a technocrat cabinet, but Nizam
I
Farzad
would-
of
I
Congress
would-
saying
I
that
would-
it's anything but a technocrat cabinet. Many thanks, gentlemen, for joining us on this broadcast. With this, it's a wrap on.
6 months, and it's going to be a tough
Right,
time for Karnataka.
right. Thank you, Nizam, for joining us on this broadcast.